Welcome to another unboxing video from theplayersaid.com. My name's Alexander, and today we're taking a look at an issue of Strategy and Tactics magazine. This is not the most recent one. I got this in a trade. This is something that I wanted to trade for, so I'm just going to get it out here. It was all nicely wrapped, and it's basically brand new. The postman kind of folded up in my letterbox, so I'm just trying to flatten it out. So it's Strategy and Tactics. This is 320, and it's from January, February of 2020. So it's from much earlier in this year, but it's still fairly new. And I wanted to get this because of the Sepoy Mutiny, which is the game that's included in this magazine. Strategy and Tactics has been around a long time. This is not a thin magazine. There's a lot in it. A good chunk of it has to do with the game, historical background, design notes, the rules, all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to get some games that were revolved around around this topic, just to learn a bit more and to have an opportunity to play around in that theatre and see what that was like to an extent at least. We play a lot of World War II games, we play a lot of American Revolution games and Civil War games, and a bunch of ancients, but there's some other conflicts that I've been interested in, but just finding games for them can be difficult at times. Luckily, this is a fairly new game, just came out this year, so this is one that I'm also very interested in for that purpose. So, the magazine, again, so the actual magazine, let's see, it's like 80 odd pages maybe, and it's got a bunch of articles in it, all to do with war games and history. It looks like there was Imperium Romanum there, and usually these are less reviews and more to do with just talking points about them. Some of it's that way, or strategy articles, so I think. But the Sepoy Mutiny, so we got all the rules for it right here. So we've got the components list and a breakdown of what they all look like. Rules for movement, combat resolution, retreats, reinforcements. And I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, everything else in here is not bad. It's a couple tables here for, it looks like, random event table, and a mutiny table. That's one of the fun parts about this. So it's not a ton of rules. Looks like 15 pages of rules. Should be fairly easy to get through. There's not really any diagrams though, so this is just text. So I am hoping to learn this. I'm hoping to be able to play this solo as well. I don't think there's any reason it couldn't be done that, but I want to kind of learn this and then get it played with Grant as well. But S&T magazine, been around a long time. Get a good magazine with it. Out of the 80 pages, 15 of them are the rulebook. So you're getting a lot of magazine in there as well. So let's take a look at the counter sheet. So the counter sheet, it is a single counter sheet, and it's magazine quality, so it's white core. So we've got here the blue counters. This is for the rebel player, and the red counters are for the British colonial player. So the British start with all these nice units. They got auxiliaries, they got Punjabi, which usually Sikhs, and then from there, these regular units will eventually mutiny, and that's how the rebel player gets most of their forces. And so then it's using those to get across the map, secure places, and drive the British out. Got a couple of markers down here. Fortunes of War. Those look cool, but really it's a low counter density game, basically. If you look here at the top, we've got these nice leaders, and they've got historical photos on them, always like that. Because this game, it's 1857, 1859, so it's a period of history you don't get a lot of game from. This is double-sided, and the reverse side is a broken or weaker version of the units that are displayed. Let's see. Do these punch? Yeah, these punch fairly normally. Oh, that's a little bit. Yeah, these are fine. You want to be careful with these. it's a magazine game, so these have something of resistance because they need to stick together in the bag. And you look here, these have dog ears on them, little corners. I will be clipping these, and this will look grand when they're all finished. The last thing we've got here is the map. There's no play aids or anything like that. Maybe someone's put together some stuff on BGG if they need to, but it is just that rulebook that's in it. The rulebook is in the magazine. Oh, it can be taken out. Okay, good. Good. Yeah. Let me just double check. Yes. This can be taken out. It is secured in here, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like glued onto this little card insert, so we should be able to pull this out. I just don't want to ruin it. Okay, that's not bad. So the rulebook does come out. Yeah, let me pull that. It's like one of those strips of gel glue. Ugh. So you want to be a little careful. So yeah, that's the rulebook. That's not bad. And it's all stapled together, so that's that bit. Okay, well, I feel a lot better about that. Well, in that case, does that change? Oh, 16, 17. Oh, okay. These the rules are extra, so you get full 80 pages of mag, and you get the 15 pages of rules. So that's nice. But this is the map, okay? The map itself is dominated up here in the top right-hand corner by a number of holding boxes and tracks. So I guess this is why you don't have play aids, because you've got the terrain effects chart here, combat results table, and there's kind of one for each player facing one way or the other. Number of holding boxes for British units, for rebel units or their leaders. There's also a terrain key as well. British leaders down here. And then there's a couple holding boxes for Madras and Bombay. The rest of it is filled with... These are pretty large hexes, considering. Let's... I got those units here. What do I do? Here you go. I've played a lot of hex encounter games recently where the hexes are like barely fitting the units. These are decent-sized hex. And again, there's not a ton of units in this. It's a single counter sheet. But really, this is effectively only a half map, if you consider all this. So we've got a small enough playing area, which is why I'm hoping this plays at a decent pace and goes along nicely, and it'll be a nice way to kind of learn. But I don't know if you can kind of tell here, this is basically the whole of northern India. You have the Indian subcontinent and how the peninsula goes down. This is basically Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea on either side. This is just the top portion. We don't have anything down there. So that's what we've got on here, the map-wise. Everything looks very clear. Everything looks like it's fairly well delineated, so it should be fairly easy to learn and fairly easy to play with. So I guess that's it, really. It's from a magazine game. It's a counter sheet. It's a map. It's a small rulebook. That's fairly typical. But I just wanted to show you this because it's a topic that I'm both interested in and specifically wanted to play some war games in, because I feel like this is an undergamed, especially for us, topic. It's not something that you see a lot of games on, and someone offered me a trade for it and I said, absolutely, yes, I want to get this. So we'll get this played and kind of let you know how this is. But this is the Sepoy Mutiny, which is from Strategy and Tactics, issue 320. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I've been Alexander from theplayersaid.com.